What's up, my PT peeps? One Eye Bri back to talk about the Walking Dead theory of who will be the last person standing on The Walking Dead. Spoiler warning if you're not up to date on the show, the comic, Walking Dead Season 7, and really any information like that, we don't want to ruin it for you. But first, let's look at this artwork with Carl, Old Man Carl. Pretty awesome. I got a link, I'll put it in the description, to a Facebook page of the artist. This is the only information I got on there too. I want to give props to the artist there for Old Man Carl. He's got a bunch of different things, or she, I don't know who it is, but give him props to the person who made it. Pretty awesome. Good job with Old Man Carl. And that's who everyone thinks will be the last person standing. In our Walking Dead community page, I did a poll, and Carl's winning hands down. Everybody thinks he's going to be the last man standing. But who do you think will be on the show, the comic? Will it vary? Post your comments. I want to know what your thought process is and why it is there too. But who of these people will be the last people or person standing? The theory we have is Carl is telling the story of The Walking Dead, probably to Judith or someone like that. But, you know, Carl eventually will be the leader. I would see it in my eyes. Robert Kirkman said that Rick can die when Carl has enough story and really wherewithal to take over as leader. I think he meant on the comic, not really the show. Carl and Chandler Riggs aren't that strong of a character and actor to outperform Andrew Lincoln by any means. But I can't see Rick dying on the show. But in the comic, I could see Carl taking over at some point. Don't know if that's going to come sooner versus later, but I can't wait to find out. Season 7 has brought us a lot of different things, a lot of different storylines, and it just made us to think about how long would The Walking Dead be on and who will be the last person standing. I think Daryl has to be an option for sure, because Daryl, various reasons, but one of the main reasons was Beth said, "You're going to miss me when I'm gone. You're going to miss me so bad when I'm gone, Daryl Dixon, and you're going to be the last man standing. You're going to be one of the last people there." Beth said that right before Beth died a couple episodes later. Daryl is built for this world. I could see him being Old Man Daryl, just like Old Man Logan. He's come a long way from 2010 to 2016, now 2017. I could see him being an asset to the group. Maybe he just fades away in the last episode of the series. But Daryl, I think, has to be around for the long haul. I don't think The Walking Dead has it in them to kill Daryl and Norman Reedus because he's such a big character. Rick. You have to think Rick has to be a big part of it too, as well, especially in the show. Maybe the comic he can go. I think he dies in the comic first before the show. And Kirkman said that Rick won't survive the whole series. Maybe he's talking out his ass. Maybe he's just trying to get some headlines out there. But Rick, I think, lives the entire show series, and maybe except for the last episode or something. Michonne, my girl Michonne. I think she's going to be one of the last people on there for sure. It might be a group, and let alone one person. I mean, if one person's alive, what good is that to the rest of the world and the human race? So Michonne's a survivor. She knows how to camouflage herself if stuff gets crazy. She has the ultimate weapon that never runs out of ammo, of her katana. She, like I said, she's a badass survivor. She knows how to survive inside Alexandria, outside of Alexandria, around walkers, around there. She is just the ultimate survivor. Her and Daryl, I think, are two people that I could see being to the very, very end. I like Michonne. I think she's built for this there too. Unless she let her guard down or something. Unless someone sacrifices himself for Carl or whatever, Carl's going to need help, and Carl would need Michonne. He would need Daryl, and Rick's going to need both of them people too, because they're just an asset of a team is going to be much better than one person. Negan. Will Negan outlive them all? Will Negan outlive Rick? That's the big question that we could see, especially in the comic and the show. What do you think, guys? People love Negan. People hate Negan. People think he's whatever. But Negan, I don't know what they're going to do with him eventually. On the show, we kind of know his storyline from the comic basis of Season 7 into Season 8, maybe even longer than that. But for the comic, I don't know what they want to do with that character because some recent stuff happened that kind of changed his whole world. So is he going to come back from that stronger? Is he going to sacrifice himself? We'll see. I can't wait to find out in the upcoming issues of The Walking Dead. But Rick, Negan, who outlives who? Let us know in the comments. How messed up would it be if Carl and Negan are the last two people alive and Carl has to deal with Negan and his shit the rest of his life going forward on there too, knowing what Negan did to Carl? I mean, Negan would have to make it up in such an epic way that you couldn't forgive Negan at all if you were Carl or anyone in the group. You wouldn't be able to forgive Negan for all the crazy stuff and bad stuff that he's done to the survivors, and you just wouldn't be able to do it. I know I would myself on there too. So Carl Negan, what do you think of it? Jesus. I think Jesus is a survivor. He always likes to help out. He's a badass. He's got knives. He's got guns. He's got skill work. He's got martial arts. He's got a lot of background. He's skilled in getting out of tricky situations. He's just the all-around survivor of this crazy world. Surviving is what the name of the game is. So now it's Daryl, Michonne, and Jesus is another big part of that too. He's alive in the comic, just like a lot of the people are that we've mentioned. And I think he is a good character to stick around on there too. He's pretty funny and he can get out of sticky situations. Again, if something got overrun by it, maybe he does there, but I could see Jesus sticking around for the long haul, and I would like to see that actually. Maggie. A lot of people don't think Maggie or mention Maggie in the poll that we took, but I think Maggie is a good survivor. When she's on her own, she's pretty good. When she's bogged down by her family or Glenn or all her loved ones, they get in the way there too. But she doesn't have that except for her baby. So maybe that's her ultimate demise, baby Herschel. Maggie Rhee, I don't know. I would love to see her be around. Who wouldn't want to fight for Maggie? Who wouldn't want to be part of Maggie's team and just be a big part of Maggie Rhee going forward on there? I know I would. Now here's another thought. What if walkers win? What if walkers are the ultimate demise of this? This is our extinction event of it too. Walkers outrun, outlive, and just take out the human race. Or do you think the walkers decompose, they fall away, we know how to combat it, we just have to stab the brain when someone dies, so no more walkers are alive? What do you think? Old Man Carl, do you think he's the sole survivor? Do you think it's a group? Do you think Rick's right there with him? Who do you think helps Carl? Because Carl needs help. He's got one freaking eye. He's 13 years old in the comics, so on the show he's around that same timeline too, even though Chandler's older. But Michonne, Jesus, Daryl, Rick, he needs help. There's no way that Carl can do it on his own. Carl can be the sole survivor, but ultimately I don't see him being alone because he just wouldn't be able to do it. Like I said, what if it's Negan and Carl? That'd be so messed up and crazy, but I see Daryl helping out as well, as Daryl's been a big asset to the group from day one, and going forward into season 7 into season 8, most likely Daryl's going to be around for a long, long time. So which one of these people are going to be around and which part of the group? Maybe it's Judith. What do you think? Judith, Carl, Daryl, they ride into the sunset. It's the happy family on there too. They better do something with Judith. They do nothing with this character. She's a baby, and yes, the only timeline I believe is about it's 2 years into the zombie apocalypse. So Judith is about 2 years old, I'm guessing, maybe 3 at the most. But was there going to be a time lapse at some point of The Walking Dead where she's going to be 5, 6, 7 years old? What do you think, guys? Saving Daryl Dixon. Just thought this was a good picture of the Saving Private Ryan play there. Meme. Now, what do you think? Do you think they eventually take out Negan? Who gets him? Who takes him out? Does he get stabbed, Michonne, taken out, whatever? Does Negan eventually get his demise? Hopefully, I would like to see it. Or is he one of the last men standing? So let us know, guys. What do you think? Who is your last man, woman, person standing? I want to hear your comments. Let us know why, too, a little bit on there. It's awesome. Thanks, guys. Let us know what you think. Check out our Walking Dead community page. Like I said, we got this. I posted this question on our poll in there, so it's always good. Check out the group. Follow the group. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Subscribe today to get more videos. You guys are awesome, and spread the word. Thanks, guys.